please don't take any of what I say or do as advice. I mean, I am not the guy to be asking about the law and what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, I can tell you what the law is, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to be that angel that follows it 100%. We've had this conversation many times. I don't think of any biker follows the law 100% on every single ride they do. I mean, they may be going over the speed limit a little bit. They may go over the white line at the traffic lights. You know, they may undertake a little bit while filtering. But listen, it's everyone rides their own ride. So you ride your own ride. Be safe while you're doing it, and hopefully my videos will show you how I ride. So you can put a comparison in there. You can say, okay, well, I wouldn't necessarily do that because of this or that, or, you know, I mean, that's interesting. I never thought about that. You know, just use them as a comparison to your own riding. Don't try and adopt my riding style, or if I'm filtering a bit faster than you, don't think to yourself, oh, I've got to filter faster. And if I'm filtering slower than you, that's fine. I mean, everyone's to their own, right? It's your comfort level, it's your skill level, it's whatever you feel.
Naughty, naughty, very naughty.
Morning guys, how you doing? Okay, so we are into London again this morning. Now, this is the school holiday, so I think the traffic may be a little bit lighter than non-school holidays. We are in summer term. Is it half term? I think it's half term, isn't it? Summer break, whatever you want to call it. I don't know where I'm going here. I can't see many options. Let's just play it by ear. So yeah, I think the traffic will be a little bit lighter because there's no school runs going on. Now the school runs for me, okay, you're good. The school runs for me are areas of a little bit of worry, because I think the school runs that happen are like, you know, the mums that are basically, or even the dads. I mean, we're in 2025 now, right? So the mums or the dads that are not really commuting to work on a daily basis, but are just going out, drop the kids off, maybe do a bit of shopping and then going back home. So that's what we usually look out for, but we haven't got that today. I don't think so anyway. I'm waffling there, aren't I? So what we're going to be doing is just a normal commute to London. So with that in mind, what we're doing, 40 speed camera, yeah, I slowed down 5 mile an hour, yeah, of course I did. And now I'm speeding up. So yeah, usually this road is chocker and we go the bike route there. That's what we usually do, but I'm looking now and I'm seeing a little route through the middle, so I won't go in the ACL. ACL is advisory cycle lane. It's with dash lines. You must not enter it. No, you should not. Sorry, you should not enter it. An MCL is a mandatory cycle lane that has a solid white line. You must not enter that. So the difference between the two. What is the difference between the two? You can go in an ACL, but if you have an accident or you cause an accident or something like that, it is likely to go against you because you should not have been in there. It's not a must not. You should not, you should not, unless you're dangerous driving, you should not get a ticket for it. But then they can, as I've mentioned in another couple of videos, there's a few areas where people can say dangerous driving without due care and attention. You know, all of these sort of things can be used when you're in that situation. So yeah, just watch out. You can get prosecuted if you get the wrong police officer that's looking at you, mate. Well, you're all over the place. I'm going to go this one. I'm going to sweep in. Okay, this is the advantages of the motorbike here, right? We can kind of just use the acceleration when we need to get out of trouble or to get through where we need. So yeah, was that legal? Probably not. I was probably breaking the speed limit going around a corner on the roundabout, but hey, it's it's not like I'm constantly thrashing the pants off my bike doing double the speed limit. It's just the occasional burst to get me out of trouble. So that's what I use it for. I get myself out of trouble. I mean, let's be honest, sometimes we get ourselves in trouble as well, but the reason I go a little bit faster now and again is to get myself out of trouble. But at the end of the day, I'm commuting on a bike, I'm not commuting in a car. And the reason I commute on a bike, a few reasons. I really need to clean this wing mirror. A few reasons I commute on a bike. One, I really enjoy it. And two, it's a lot quicker than a car to get to where you're going. Why is it quicker? Because we don't necessarily need to follow every single rule in the highway code like a car does. We still need to follow the rules in the highway code, but there are some exceptions for bike. Filtering we can do if need be. I mean, this is a 40. Everyone here is doing 50. Every single person here is doing 50. Every license plate you can see here is doing 50, right? I shouldn't say that. I should edit those out really, but hey, every vehicle you can see here is doing between 45 and 50. It's following the flow of traffic. If I were to do the absolute speed limit here, I would be holding up the traffic. So anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so we go on a bike so we can actually progress and we can actually get to where we're going a lot quicker. I don't have the 360 cam on today. I have packed away the mountain bracket in my moving boxes. That was a bit, I think that was a bit optimistic. I will have to dig that out because I'm sure that I'm going to do some videos with that, needing that soon. I am going to actually start filtering. There's a motorbike over there. And this isn't, I mean, you can say that's not filtering, you're doing over the speed limit. I'm progressing through the traffic, right? That's what I'm doing. This guy's progressing through the traffic on the inside lane. Not something I would like to do, because there's a lot of people that will want to turn off and they'll consider no one's going to be in the inside lane because that would be undertaking. But then filtering, some parts of filtering, I mean like this for instance, could also be considered as undertaking. So just ride your own ride. If you want to know the law, look it up in the highway code. I mean, I can tell you what's right and wrong, but I don't want to be liable if you get a ticket because you're riding the way I do. I followed Pinnacle Moto and I got 3 points on my license. I can see the video title now. It's not a great view for me, is it? But yeah. So we're back on the vlogs. It's been a while. I did have I should have put out, I think I'd put out a video basically saying why I've been away. Yeah, there's been a couple of little upsets while I've been away. We've had a couple of small, cheers mate, appreciate that. We've had a couple of little updates there. No indicator there. I will go this lane. A couple of updates. There's a couple of people who've had a few accidents on their bikes recently. Lucky enough, not hurt, and also no fault of their own. I think one of them was rear-ended close to where I live, and the other one had a bit of a slip out on an oil spillage. So they're both YouTubers. I won't put any names out there, but you know who you are, and I wish you both well, and hopefully you get your bikes back on the road as soon as possible. That being said, we are going now all the way to Stratford on the A12. We are following the flow of traffic, so there's no need to go crazy in speed here because we are easily making progress. At the A12 we will branch off onto the smaller roads, which is then part of London. That becomes the area of Stratford and Bow, and from there on it is a very, in my opinion, much slower ride than this, but in my opinion it is a slow ride. I need to get the visor up for this because I got a tinted visor and I can't really see anything, but by the time I get around this corner and use my hand, we're coming out the tunnel anyway, so usually I'd visor up a little bit before then just to give me better visibility, but we're good, we're clear. No need to overtake on these double whites because we are progressing at a good speed. We move into a 3 lane here. There's usually no cars coming from over there. I don't even know where that comes from, but we have to wait until the solid white line is finished before we can move into that channel. We have one car. We're still going to do a lifesaver because bikes do tend to just come out of nowhere. We are making sure we're doing 40 for the speed camera because that's what the speed cameras ask us to do at that position. Union Jack flags on the tail lights of the Mini. How long until they change to German flags? Because Mini is now BMW, right? Now I do need to go where that maroon car is going, and I do think it's probably easier for me to get over now. Accelerate a little bit just to get out of trouble in case that truck decided to pull left. We've got a slip road coming from the left here, so I'm checking my wing mirror already to make sure nothing's coming down. This guy's braking, so he could veer over at any time. I'm going to move into this lane for extra safety, and also this lane looks like it's a little bit quicker. I see that car's positioning there, the A3 Audi. Maybe it wanted to move over and get in a quicker area. Traffic lights have turned red now. I'm going to pull up next to this bike here. So he's decided to go there. I will pull up here. I don't need to be next to him. We're all going the same way. I'm going to indicate right. I'm assuming he's going straight up. Otherwise he would be turning. That guy's just gone straight over. Right, the reason I don't go over the line here is because this part, it's a triangle, right? This part where that traffic light is actually a lane. If someone was to veer around there and lose control a little bit and sway a little bit, that guy's toast. Right, so that's the reason I don't go over the line here. Not saying he's in the wrong. I mean, he's got a lot going for white helmet, high vis jacket, reflexes all over his bike. He's definitely one to be seen more than me, but at the same time, well over the line. Here is potentially a place you could go over the line, and the reason that is because you've got a bigger frontage of that traffic lights. Not much gain from going past that car at that time. We will progress up here because this is where we're going to start getting congestion. Again, lifesavers if we're moving into that lane. Chevrons here, double check wing mirrors and a lifesaver. Indicate as well, just to let the guy in front know that you're moving over, so that when he pulls out, he can see that you are intended to move over as well. Pedestrians, we've got chevrons here, but that's a quick approach for the bus. But because it's starting to move now, I'm not going to take that move. I will catch up with these guys later on. It's not a big problem. We are in a 20. We can go either lane. I know we've got traffic lights up here, so that lane I'm going to move now because that lane. I swear I didn't see that guy indicating, but okay. Maybe I did. You did tell me on the video. Was he indicating the bus? I didn't see that. Maybe I was too busy. I was too close to him, actually. Maybe if I was a little bit further back, I'd be in a position where I had better visibility, because where I was there, I was restricted to see his indicator, and it would only have been peripheral vision. So maybe that's a lesson learnt now. Moped speeding up the inside of me here. I do want to progress here because I don't want to be sitting here like this, but I think I'm going to take the right hand side after this bike here. What are we doing, bike? Yeah, left, yeah, go on left. Lifesaver left, go on left. That's it, because I'm going to take the right hand route. I know there is a chevron area coming up, so I've got to jump in here quick. And that's fine, but this is the area I want to be. I don't want to be on that left hand side. We've got roadworks coming up here. We need to make sure this learner He's not going to swing out. Yep, he is. His indicator's good. I'm doing the same. Right-hand turns. There's a right-hand turn there. We've got to look out for cars moving into that right-hand turn. Let's quickly use a bit of acceleration to get past there. I've turned my indicator off. That guy hasn't yet. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be maybe this cone, but not that one. I am not going down that side of the road. I mean, I don't know. Cones, pretty sure you can't go out. I'm pretty sure there's something in the law about that. I have to check that out actually. Can you go on the right hand side of cones, a coned off lane? Can you enter the coned off area? I don't think you can. I mean, when you're filtering as a bike and you're overtaking, I'm going to see what we've got here because I can't go up the right hand side of this either way, so this is my position I'm going to keep. When you're filtering, you can overtake and you can go on the other side of the road to filter and pass stationary or slow moving traffic, but I don't think you can go out the cone area. It's also the same as can you go to the right hand side of these keep left arrows when there's an island, which a lot of bikers do. I see a lot of, especially cycles, do that all the time. I think that's also a big no-no. I think that's a point on your license. So this bus lane is open. I'm waiting for this bike to go through it, and then I will drop into it as well. So when we're in this bus lane, we've got these cycles that decide to not use their own lane, which is fine. But we've got to look out for left-hand turns here. People in front of us wanting to turn left, which are not in this lane because they're not allowed in this lane. So any left-hand turn, we've got to be very cautious. We're hoping they indicate, but maybe they don't. So sometimes they don't. We'd look out for that. We're also looking out for people that are coming out on the left-hand side, which are creeping out, which don't really care too much about bicycles, and unless they see a big vehicle, they're usually going to edge out anyway. So here, that guy stopped there. I am going to pull next to him. I've got a feeling these bikes will move. Did you kill your engine? You did, didn't you? Yeah, I've got a feeling these bikes will move well before the lights change green. And I think they'll start moving. Look at that. Didn't even look. That guy was crossing the road, and that guy, this is the dangers. It could have been an accident there. Commuting speed. Left-hand lane arrow here. This is where you be careful people drifting over into that, what was a bus lane. Same here, and now the bus lane opens back up again. It's rubbish day. The orange rubbish vans are out. You can see that there. So we've got to look out for people throwing rubbish, road sweeps, all the other sort of distractions that we would usually get. I can see the bus here. It might pull over in a minute. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to move into this position. Oh, he's already pulled over. He's indicating, but I couldn't see because of the sunlight. I think that bus will be going out. Lifesaver left. Checking for these cycles that might want to jump into this lane. Now here is an unusual one. This guy wants to turn right, so I need to get in front of him because I'm going to go here. And now we're back in the cycle lane again. We don't need to be in this cycle lane. I mean, there's loads of room on the road, but it's far enough away from the cars, and we're positioned to the right of the cycle lane so that any of these bikes that decide to shoot out because they want to overtake other cycles, we've got enough clearance to get past them. We've got a red light coming up, we've got a bus stop, all these sort of things. Bus stops is people crossing the road. Likely these guys are going to pretty much go through this red light. They can see it's clear. There we go. Line bikes, rental bikes, usually the prime suspects of anyone that went through a red light. How are we doing for time? We are doing good for time so far. We have been riding for about less than half an hour. I could go up the inside of that bus, don't want to. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pull alongside this Mitsubishi, but I'm not going to go through that gap. I'm going to pull here. There is a police car up there, we've seen that already, so let's just be a little bit more on our best behaviour. Yes, officer, I've been doing 20 the whole journey. in Stratford. It's taken me 4.5 hours to get here so far. Another police car, they're out in force today. I've seen many a police car, ambulance and fire engine, no, not so much fire engine, ambulance and police car I've seen using the bus lanes without their emergency lights on. Now, I think that rule changed back in, I'm probably misquoting here, but I think that rule changed back in 2015, where emergency vehicles are permitted to use bus lanes without their emergency lights on now. They never used to be able to. They used to have to use the emergency lights the same as they would if they jumped a red traffic light. If a police vehicle jumps a red traffic light and it doesn't have its blues and twos on, then they're likely to get prosecuted as well. I want to get over here to the right hand side, but it's not great at the moment. That learner driver has got a better position than me. He's already moved over, but I'm gonna go here and I am actually gonna nip in front of this Mini. And do that. No vehicles coming, bus pulling out. Could be people in front of the bus. We've all got to watch out for those sort of things. Car pulling out here on the left, we saw that. A nice, I think it was an i8 BMW. And now we're in a position where we're going to go straight up. I thought for a minute he was going to be a bit, oh, that's nice. That's a nice move there. Have I got time? I have. Top man, thank you, mate. Mr. I don't know what pants you've got on, but whatever pants you are. Not much we can do here. We are kind of stuck because of the positioning. This bus will likely turn left. There's no way we can squeeze through that. Gorgeous looking nails. Catching comfort massage. Okay. Is that part of the going for your nails and come out feeling very relieved? Is it one of those? I don't know. What's all the bibbing for? I mean, like, people get very excited. Where are you going, mate? Are you going in this? You're going to turn right, are you? Or are you going to decide up here that you're in the wrong lane? I don't think there's enough room for through the truck, but the bus does see us, and we are going to go here. He's clipped the curb. We're going to get on the outside of this truck as well. I don't want to be going on the inside of trucks. Don't know what's in front of that, but we've got a little bit of time because we are actually turning right here anyway. Dressed to impress. Look at that. Very smart there, mate. I wouldn't fancy that myself. I'd have loads of dead flies on me by the time I got to work. And you know how I feel about biker gear. Got to be protected. Dress for the slide and not for the ride. If you get some decent biker gear for the summer, I mean, you don't really get that hot. Unless you're kind of sitting there. I mean, if you're riding the super sports, like in a 20-mile-an-hour zone, stopping and starting, yeah, you're going to get hot anyway. But yeah, if you get some good ventilated, I mean, I've got the Nisi ventilated trousers, the Nisi ventilated jacket, mesh jacket. So I mean, it's got all the protection in it. If I took the back plate out and I weren't wearing a rucksack, it would be even more vented. I'd get even more flow of air, but at the moment, it's not. Nice bike, mate, nice bike. That is the Z1000SX, newer model. Recognise the panniers. I don't have my panniers on here. I had my panniers on yesterday. I took a trip up to see my parents and had my daughter on the back as well. So quite often when there's only two of us going, we'll likely take the bike, and if it's me and the wife going, we'll likely take two bikes, because she rides as well. I reckon she should have a channel called She Rides. So ACL on the left here, but there is a bit of a gap and a bit of a naughty one. I shouldn't do this. That guy opened his door, I'd be screwed there. I'm going to quickly scoop in here. Lifesaver left, right, no one in there, coming this way, looking round. We're pretty much near the end of our commute. I mean, if you're a regular on the channel, you've probably seen this route a few times anyway. It is going to get mixed up in future. Now the right hand lane here, we're good for a bit and then it closes off. Am I better off going left hand lane? No, there's a bus there. I'm better off going here and seeing if I can scoot through the middle on the left. If I can, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. But now the traffic's moving, there's no point in doing that. So I will stay in this position. When you're riding, you got to, it's one of these things, a bit like playing a computer game. It's all about timing as well. Think of two options before you take one of them. If the conditions stay the same, that's my option. If the conditions start to change, that's my other option. And that other option might be, I'll do this, this or this, and that might split into a three-way or a two-way or a four-way. But you've got to keep your options open and you've got to base your thinking around timing. What if, what if? Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Ride safe, have fun, and I will see you on the next one.